I'm going to do a quick video on our Zehnder Comfoair 350 heat recovery ventilator, HRV, that we have in our house. This is the unit in the basement, and it'll have its own drain connection, I believe, down here somewhere. I already explained the intake and exhaust. This is the exhaust pipe that goes out of the house here, and the air intake goes out the house that end. The air intake and exhaust are insulated pipe. They all of the joints you can see have those couplings, or whatever you call that, covering the pipe joints, so it's all very well sealed, and that is the only openings into the exterior envelope that we have, the 6-inch air intake and exhaust. Now all of this white tubing, the last video we hadn't had that put in yet, and what this is these are all of the tubes that go to and from the house. So I believe these arrows are showing that that's the silencer that comes from the heat recovery ventilator. So those are supply going out to the different rooms, and then the back one is the exhaust, or coming from the house and going to be leaving the house. All of these are home run, which means that there's no joints or splits in the tubing. It goes directly from the top of that silencer to each grill. So this is a supply. It could be supply or exhaust. That it looks the same. It's just how it connects to the HRV, if it's connected to the silencer for the intake or exhaust. So these are just cut through the floor joists. I'm in the basement, and then it'll come up at various points to supply the different rooms. So if we go upstairs real quick, I'll show you how that looks upstairs. So here's where a bunch of the tubing comes up. They fit in a 2x4 stud wall, as you can see here. And all of the joints through the ceiling are fire blocked or spray foamed around. So this is a supply grill that actually has 2 of the 3.5 inch tubing to it. So we could have had 2 air intakes, or just one with double the flow. Other supply, like in the upstairs bedrooms, there's only one of the tubing, Comfoair tubing to the grill. We made sure to check all of the floor joists, spacing of the holes and the size of the holes to make sure we were good there. And here we're going to have a built-in kind of pilaster into the wall, and a half wall coming out. That's our front door. A half wall coming out, and then another column just to kind of enclose those. And then we have a bunch of tubing coming up through here. So some houses have like a central chase or mechanical space to run all of these up from floor to floor. We didn't necessarily do that. We took advantage of, we kind of scabbed together. We originally had a 2x4 wall here, and we added a 2x4 horizontally to it so that we had a 2x6 wall to fit in the drain pipe, and that just gave us more room for all of the HRV tubing. So this is the bathroom, and you know, all of these supplies really look the same, but this is an exhaust one, so it has two pipes coming to it. There will be a booster switch in the bathroom for turning the ventilation rate up higher. So that is in lieu of using a bathroom vent. So both of our bathrooms will have that. In the kitchen, that's the exhaust as well. Our stove will be on this side, so further from the air intake, or the exhaust, I should say. And then just to show you the upstairs bathroom, so there's some more tubing coming up here. The supply air in the downstairs is actually located on the lower side of the wall. Here's another one. The exhaust is higher up. So we have, instead of, we've got two separate ones rather than one unit that has, the ceiling ones are able to have two tubes connected to it, where these ones just have the one spot for one tube connected to it. So we were able to sneak that behind the tub and alongside the tub. And so we'll have one in each bathroom, in the hallway next to the washer and dryer, and then in the open office will be near the floor. So that is kind of our rough HRV routing through the house. And the next step will be, once we get all of the drywall and finish on, we can take the grills off and put take the covers off and put the grills on, and you know, connect all the wiring and all of the nitpicky stuff at the end. But for now, this is good to be covered up. That's all. Thank you. Bye.